Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, we learned about plan and construction of Kent's repertory. In that, we learn how the Kent repertory was constructed. It is based on the philosophy of deductive logic. So, Dr. Kent he gave importance to general symptoms. In that, he gave more importance to mental general than physical, and then to the characteristic particulars. Then the arrangement of the repertory, construction of the repertory is also based on his philosophy. So the first section or chapter in Kent's repertory is mind. In that, all mental general symptoms are included, and the last chapter is generalities, which contain physical modalities or physical general symptoms. Most of the physical generals we found in the generalities section. Then there are 33 sections in the repertory, but there are 5 subdivisions of the one section, that is urinary organ. And so there may the total number of sections are counted 37 by many of the homeopaths, or the total number might come to 37. The rubrics are arranged alphabetically in the whole repertory, and it follows some criteria, or the subrubrics are arranged in a fixed pattern, that is site, time, modality and extension. So in this way we learn about the arrangement of sections in the repertory, as well as the arrangement of rubrics, subrubrics in the repertory, in the Kent's repertory in last session. Now in today's lecture we are going to learn about the special features of the Kent repertory, then scope of the Kent repertory, then cross reference and synonym. And what is cross reference? How it was given in Kent repertory? Kent has used cross references in his repertory to convert symptoms into appropriate rubric. So, to convert the symptom into rubric, the cross references are used by Dr. Kent. Then most of the cross references are found in mind section in Kent repertory, and there are two kind of cross references used in the repertory. Then synonym, that is the main rubric contains a synonym in a bracket without giving any medicine against it. What is synonym? The similar meaning rubric. It was given in the bracket in Kent repertory, and it doesn't contain, or in front of that synonym no medicine was given, and this helps us to locate the appropriate rubric. Now the scope of Kent's repertory. Before we learn the scope of Kent repertory, we discuss about the special features of Kent's repertory. So the special feature of Kent repertory are almost all the special features we learned previously in philosophical background in plan construction of Kent repertory. So while writing the special features of any repertory, you should write down how the or what type of philosophy is behind that particular repertory, then how much remedies are there in that repertory, then how much gradations for the remedies are there in that particular repertory of whatever the special features of any repertory you are going to write. Then these things you must write down, and also how the rubrics, sub-rubrics, they are arranged. So these are the common things while writing down special features of any repertory. So in the same way, in special features of Kent repertory, it is based on the philosophy of general to particular, and it follows the same principle while constructing the repertory or while arranging the repertory. And so that because of such arrangement, it is easy for the practitioner to find out the rubrics. Then the Kent repertory, it contain about 648 medicines, and this repertory, it is given, or the medicines in this repertory, they have written in three type of typography, or they have given the three grades in his repertory, and which are very much practical, less confusing for the practitioners. Then mind section, which contain rubrics, sub-rubrics, and it also contain qualified symptoms, which are very much useful for the repertorization. Then generalities section, as we discussed earlier, that generality section, most of the physical general symptoms, they are included in generality section, and it is very large and elaborate section. Then some physical general symptoms, they are also scattered in other sections, but majority we found in the generalities section. Then particular rubrics related, or rubrics pertaining to any particular part or organ, we found under that particular section, or that proper anatomical section. We found the rubrics related to that organ or part. Then most sub-rubrics, they are also placed alphabetically, and they are placed according to their arrangement, as we discussed earlier how the rubrics, sub-rubrics, they are arranged according to site, time, modality and extension. So in this way, the sub-rubrics, they are arranged properly in each section. It has a proper criteria for the arrangement of the sub-rubrics as well as rubrics. Then in this repertory, we found mental symptoms, mental general symptoms, physical general symptoms, and particular symptoms. So all the symptoms we found in this repertory, most of the symptoms related to generalities as well as specific part or organ. So this repertory is very much useful or very much helpful in the practice. Then the cross references, as we discussed now, just now, that cross references, they are inserted where they would be needed. Especially in mind section we found many cross references. So this is all about the special features of the Kent repertory. Now we see about the scopes of Kent's repertory. What is the scope of Kent repertory? Language. It is comprehensible except in mental chapter where there are some rubrics which are not easily fathomable. Means all the chapters, they are easily, we can easily understood the rubrics, all the sections, the arrangement of the sections, but only in the section mind some rubrics, they are not easily understand, or the meaning of that rubric, those rubrics we cannot understand easily. Then relation with Boningusen therapeutic pocket book. Dr. Kent's work only desirable extension of Boningusen's location, modality and particulars. Kent lifted bodily Boningusen's sensations and incorporate in the generalities section. Most of Boningusen's modalities are also included here, excepting those pertaining to particular organs or parts. Means, while writing down the repertory, his own index, Dr. Kent include many points from the Boningusen's repertory, and his work is nothing but the extension of the Boningusen's work. Dr. Kent, he take the sensation, generalities section as well as modalities. Most of the part from these sections or these topics, Dr. Kent, he included in his repertory. Then methods of analysis. Kent has evolved his own method of analysis and evaluation of symptom, basing upon them and some thought he has formulated for his repertory. As Dr. Kent, he follows the deductive logic, he give importance to generals and then he give towards the particulars. In that he give importance to characteristic particulars. So while analyzing and evaluating the symptoms, he follow his own method. He was not following or copying the method of anybody, but he is following his own method for the analysis and evaluation of symptoms while working on the case. So one who analyzes and evaluates the case as per Kent's method finds the Kent's repertory easier to handle and to work out. Then how he analyzed the symptoms, how he grouped the symptoms. He grouped the symptoms into mental general, physical general and particulars. So when we analyze the symptoms according to Kent's method, we evaluate the symptoms according to Dr. Kent's advice. Then while working any case for the repertorization, then we found the Kent's method is very much easier to handle and to work out when we do analysis and evaluation according to method of Dr. Kent. With acute diseases, as it has encompassed all the anatomical parts, organs and systems of the body, it is very useful for prescribing for acute diseases. We all know that in between mind and generalities section, there are all the sections in between mind and generality, they are pertaining to the anatomical parts, organs of the body and their functions and discharges. So, especially in acute diseases, due to such arrangement of the repertory, it is very useful to prescribe the medicine, to find out the medicine easily, quickly, especially in acute disease condition. So in acute disease condition, we can easily find out the medicine due to the arrangement of the systematic arrangement of the all sections according to the Hahnemannian anatomical division of the body. Then elimination. It is useful for repertorization on the basis of eliminating rubrics. How we eliminate, the method of elimination, all of you know about the method of elimination. So while eliminating rubrics, while making the portrait of the disease, while making the totality of the disease, for eliminating rubrics, it is very much useful for the repertorization when we eliminate the rubrics according to the method which was given by Dr. Kent. Then location of modalities. Kent's final arrangement of repertory is novel in aspect that he has collected all the particulars with their modalities separately in the respective sections, unlike the previous repertories or his own original planning, where the modalities were kept separately and all the symptoms, local or general, attached by a particular modalities were kept alphabetically. So how the modalities they are arranged, how the rubrics, finally the Kent repertory, it was arranged. It is also very much useful as well as very much helpful, and very systematic arrangement of the rubrics are there in the, we found the systematic arrangement of the rubrics in the Kent's repertory. So it is called as a novel in aspect that he has collected all the particulars with their modalities separately in the respective section. So there are almost all the body parts, all the body organs, they are covered with their modalities, and they are written separately in the separate sections. All body parts, they are written separately with their modalities, with their they are arranged properly according to site, time, modality, and extension with rubrics, sub-rubric, sub-sub-rubric. In this way, they are arranged properly and kept separately, and all the symptoms, they may be local or general, attached by a particular modalities, were kept alphabetically. So, due to their proper arrangement, the use of the repertory is very much easier. Then index. If you go through the repertory, you found there is index of rubrics. A long index helps for the neophytes to find at the rubrics. So through index, we can easily able to find out or reach towards the rubric. It brings a lot of polycrest remedies while repertorizing the case with this repertory. So in this repertory there are 648 remedies which are included. So while repertorizing the case, we get, after the repertorization, we get a group of remedy, and during repertorization also it brings a lot of polycrest remedies when we work with this repertory, Kent's repertory. Then the mind section, which plays the vital role in homeopathic prescription, has been highlighted only in the repertory. So till Dr. Kent's repertory was published, no other repertory they gave that much importance to the symptoms of mind, and there was not written such elaborate section of mind before his time. He gave too much importance to the mind section, and he write down a very elaborate mind section. So it plays the vital role in homeopathic prescription. When we are going to prescribe the medicine, then this section is very much helpful, because it was given very elaborate way. The role of mind in the evolution of symptomatology of a patient has been equivocally accepted in homeopathic pedagogy. So, the role of mind in the evolution of symptomatology, it is very much important according to the homeopathic point of view. So first there is changes at the mind level, inner level, and it was reflected outwardly in the form of symptoms. So it is very much important to note down the symptoms of the mind. Then this is the only repertory which covers rubric pertaining to mental general, physical generals and particulars which constitute the totality of symptom. No other repertory has emphasized all these sections equally. As we discussed earlier, that no other repertory than Kent repertory which contain all these symptoms, that is mental general symptoms, physical general and particular symptoms. So this repertory is useful in any type of case. If we get, in case if we get only mental general symptoms, if we get prominent physical general symptoms, if we get only characteristic particular symptoms related to any organ or any body part, any type of case we can use the Kent repertory. So this is the only repertory which is become too much famous and useful. It is useful not only the period during the period of Dr. Kent, but till today it is very useful in the clinic. And also some other important points related to Kent repertory are: it brings new drugs at times which are not thought in a patient before repertorization. Means we know only few medicines. If we have any symptom, any one symptom, for example, if there is headache right sided, then for right sided headache we know only 1-2 remedies. But when we repertorize properly, or when we go through the repertory, then we found a group of remedies in front of right sided headache. So it brings a group of drugs or new drugs at times which are not thought in patient before repertorization. We cannot even thought also about those drug. Then this repertory is handy to use. This repertory contain perhaps a large number of rubrics. Then each rubric contain maximum number of characters. Concomitants have been delineated in individual chapters. Means almost all the parts, almost all the things Dr. Kent covered in his repertory. He gave general symptoms, particular symptoms in proper arrangement according to the anatomical division of the body. All sections are arranged related to organ or parts of body. Then there is a proper arrangement for the rubrics, then proper arrangements for the sub rubrics, sub rubrics. Under rubric, each rubric, it was given the sites, then time, then modality, extension, as well as concomitants. They are also given in many chapters. So in this way, these are the scopes of Kent repertory. So once we revise scope of Kent repertory, first special features of Kent repertory, that is, this repertory is based on the philosophy of general to particular. It contains 648 medicines. Then it has 3 gradations: bold, 3 mark, italic 2 mark, and Roman 1 mark. Then mind section, which contain many rubrics and subrubrics. Then generalities section is a large and elaborate section. It contains many rubrics on general modalities and subrubrics on clinical conditions. Then it contains most of the symptoms related to part as well as general. Then sub-subrubrics, they are arranged according with a specific pattern. They are arranged alphabetically. Then according to site, time, modality, extension, they are arranged. Under scope, we discuss about the language, which is more easily we can understand, except some rubrics in mind section, they are somewhat difficult to understand easily. Then relation of BTPB, Dr. Kent also included most of the parts from modalities as well as some part from the sensation in his repertory. Then about method of analysis, while working on the case, while doing analysis and evaluation of any case, we follow the Kent's method. When we follow the Kent's method, then it finds easy to handle or to work out the case when we analyze and evaluate according to his philosophy or his method. Then in acute diseases, as all parts and rubrics related to that part, it was given in the repertory, so that it is very much useful to prescribe the medicine easily, quickly, especially in acute disease condition. Then for while repertorization, it is useful to eliminate rubrics. Then the modalities, they are also arranged properly in each section. Under each organ, the modalities, they are given properly. Then there is a long index which is given to the rubrics to find out the rubrics. This index is very much useful, especially for the beginners. And after working with the Kent repertory, we get, or it brings after repertorization, a lot of Polycrest remedies. Then the mind section, it plays a vital role in homeopathic prescription. So it was highlighted in the Kent repertory. Not only it play a vital role in homeopathy, but also it is that much importance according to Dr. Kent. The mind symptoms are very, very much important according to Dr. Kent also. So the role of mind in evolution of symptomatology of a patient, it is equivocally accepted in homeopathic pedagogy. So when we get any external manifestations, any symptoms, then it is due to there may be the role of mind, there may be disturbances at the mental plane, mental level. So it should be considered. Then this is the repertory, and the only repertory which contain mental general, physical general and particular symptoms. No other repertory before Dr. Kent's repertory which contain all these sections in their repertory. Then it brings new drugs at times which are not thought in a patient before repertorization. So we doesn't even think about any drug that came after the repertorization. Then this Kent repertory is very much handy to use. It is useful for any type of case because in this repertory it contains mental general, physical general and characteristic particulars or particular symptoms or related to all body parts. Then each rubric contains maximum number of characters. Concomitants which we found in the individual chapters. So in this way, this is all about special features, scope of Kent repertory and cross reference and synonym. So cross references are also we found in the mainly in chapter mind, and there are two kind of cross references are used in the repertory. Then the synonym, it was written in the bracket, and this helps us to locate the appropriate rubric. So in this way, these are also very much important points in the Kent repertory, that is special features and scope of the Kent repertory. So this is all about the special feature and scope of Kent repertory. Thank you.